Hi friends, welcome back to Gardening in Kentucky YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to see what happens to our seedlings if they are not cared for 4 days. No water, no light, no fertilizer. And this happened because I had to go out of town and nobody was here to take care of these plants. And these plants were supposedly in the greenhouse. Unfortunately, we had freezing temperatures the weekend I was gone. So we decided to put everything inside the house, but then we had to turn off all of the lights. So really, it was a little bit dark in here except for the little light that was coming from the windows. Here, we have our sun gold tomatoes. As you can see, the stems are facing that way because that's the direction of the window. So they're facing that way. Now these are our zinnias. And as you can see, our plants have started getting leggy. And I think if I have left them a little bit longer, they will be looking super duper leggy and super duper sad. These are the Cherokee carbon tomatoes. They're looking decent. I think it's because they were already a little bit bigger when I left. And also, I replanted them into 2.5-inch pots the night before I left. So they had room to grow. Unfortunately, the sun gold, which came from the same tray as the Cherokee carbon, did not have any available 2.5-inch pots, so I just put them in 50 cell tray. Yeah, and then the zinnias, I know they were a little bit shorter when I left. Now they have stretched so much due to insufficient lighting here. Now these are reduced tomatoes, and they're really big already. They needed to be planted in the ground like a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, since the temperature went from spring to winter again, then we couldn't plant them outdoor. And our unheated greenhouse, well, the plan with the unheated greenhouse was to put an electric heater in it when the temperature goes very low, but there was also nobody in here to do that. So I just wanted to keep them safe, let them survive, hopefully. And they did survive, although they have stretched a little bit. And I can tell that the leaves are also a little bit lighter due to the insufficient light, including the zinnias as well, so you can see in here. And then here we have a couple of trays of nasturtium. And as we can see, there's some yellowing of the bottom leaves. So I would say that probably is due to, because it looks like they're very dry already. So it could be that, or it could be maybe they need nitrogen because these plants have not been fertilized yet. So since it's very late already, it's almost midnight, and I just got home, and I just wanted to show you what happened to the seedlings. Like soon as I get home, I turn the lights on in here. These are, let's take a look at the name. Cherokee carbon. Yeah, Cherokee carbon tomatoes. They're not that bad, but as you can see, they're also they have started to stretch and face that way to the left. These are the gomphrenias. They've grown a little bit, so I noticed that the gomphrenias are slow growers. Here we have more of the zinnias that we have, um, and then our opal, dark opal basil. We have the Italian basil, or no, cinnamon. That's cinnamon basil right there. And then these are the Diva cucumbers, which they've grown bigger. They need to be in their final container. And then let's take a look at this one, guys. These are different types of mostly cherry tomatoes, and they have gotten leggy. They look so nice before I left, and they were this short. Now they've grown taller, and look at this one. This one has passed the light. I don't think I can raise this light high enough to have the leaves of this seedling under the light bulb because I'm almost out of the chain that's holding the light bulb here. So this will just have to go on the floor. This one is actually not that bad. This might be able to stay in here for a little bit. We'll see. And then our peppers actually are looking nice. They did not mind me being absent. They did not stretch that much as well. So it looks like the peppers are more resilient than the tomatoes and the other seedlings that we have in here. Um, this is our second batch of lettuce, and as you can see, they're kind of falling over. So they also didn't like it that I was gone. Plus, also, while I was gone, I turned off the fan. So it made my seedlings weaker. How about here? We have our celery. The celery are looking okay. They were not that good to start with anyway. And then here we have red juice tomatoes, where as you can see, they're facing that way. Just, they were looking for light. And then here is a mix of eggplants, peppers, and some heirloom tomatoes. And then some more red juice tomatoes that have gotten leggy and have leaned over towards the light. And then here we have more of the peppers. These are bell peppers, I believe. And they've grown taller as well. So time to raise our light. And that's the reason why I like this chain, because I can just adjust the height of the light whenever the plant grows taller. This is the one for the herbs. Oh, look at that. It looks like something came here and dug up the seeds that we've planted. It's probably the mice that came in here. That's just my guess, because they like doing that. And then here is our first batch of lettuce. This is long overdue. I don't know. I hope this will still do good, because look at that. They're very old in here already, because these were seeded on, when was that? First week of March. So basically, they're already about 1 month old in this tray. And this is a 50 cell tray. So a little bit too tight for them, which, yeah, not too ideal, because I've seen that like the best size would be like a little bit smaller than this, but this is our second batch. And the only reason why this were not planted in the ground was because of that freeze that we had last weekend, because this has been planned to be on the ground like a week ago. But that's okay. We'll try to plant that tomorrow, hopefully. And then here we have our celosia that are still small. And then we got some cosmos. The cosmos are also taller now. And then the marigolds. The marigolds are looking fine. So I think the problematic ones in here are the tomatoes, because as you can see, these are so leggy. But a good thing for tomatoes, you can just bury the stem. Like with this one, I'm gonna bury it up to here. So they need to be transplanted into bigger pots anyway. Bury most of the stem so it will grow stronger. Oh, look at that, guys. I just noticed this one. So the mice have decided to eat some of the cosmos, so probably didn't like it. And there's a digging on here. Yeah, that one. So yeah, a little bit of damage that we have in here, just because there was nobody in here. Um, I'm not sure if they attacked my peppers. These peppers are a little bit older, so I figured they might not be very interested in the peppers because they're already big. But I remember last year when the peppers were still tiny, the mice would come and like eat the top of the peppers. Yeah, it was so bad. But it is what it is. But hopefully, we can save these plants. I don't think they're that bad anyway. And hopefully, in my next couple of videos, I can show you um, an update of these seedlings, whether we get them planted in the ground or up potted in bigger seedling pots. All right, guys, that's going to be all for my update tonight. I need to take care of these plants, hopefully get them fertilized, and then I need to raise some of the light bulbs, so that our plants wouldn't be touching the light. That's going to be all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Have a great day and happy gardening.